The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah!
Go Cowboys!
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
Hump Day! Victory Friday! What a Wingstop Wednesday drop!
Flavor drop, baby.
Flavor drop! You're looking live at Tostitos Championship Plaza, where it's looking a lot like Christmas, but it ain't feeling like it outside Ford Center at the Star in Frisco, Texas, where unbelievable. The day before Thanksgiving, I was driving in, listening to Christmas music playing on the plaza. There's a 100-foot Christmas tree. There's presents on the plaza. It's 75 degrees. The high is going to be 81. The low is going to be 50.
I went down the wrong way. He is Nate. That is Kurt. This is Shannon. In the back is Chris and company. Keeping us live and local. I am Salt and Pepper Poppy. Together we make Hanging with the Boys, the sports talk equivalent of Braille people. Feel us.
Wait, little man, I didn't hear him.
When we speak.
They're back there playing games. Brought to you each and every day. No day more so than today by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. And we have, if you are not watching the video, let us set the stage for you. We have so much food on the table in front of us. Mm-hmm. Some people are going to eat on the air, probably all of us. This is so good. I could smell it coming down the hall whenever I got here today. Let me tell you a little bit about this. This is Wingstop. They had a couple of talking points, but they are so good to us. I'm going to talk about all of their talking points, not just a couple.
Yes, sir.
And thank you, Chris, for getting this set up. I know it's not as easy as
I met the guy. What was the guy named Chris? The guy that brought it. So we got to mention his name.
Chris got his mouth full.
Chris got his mouth full.
Wow, Blizzard's the day.
Mr. Allen.
There you go.
There you go.
Astro Allen. We got one of those.
Yeah.
Wingstop is serving serious flavor with your choice of any 12 mouth-watering flavors. I think we might have almost gotten them all covered here with our orders.
Jesse looking right over there.
Try their sauced and tossed wings in any of their 12 expertly crafted flavors today. Mm-hmm. They are here to bring the flavor. Try the limited, which I got this one. The limited time Cowboys Hot Lemon before the season ends. That would be this one right here. And it is delicious. Let me tell you. It's hot. It's
that's
lemony.
not a wing. That's an empty wing.
That's an empty wing. That one's a
That's a real wing. Show him a non-real wing.
This one.
That's a non-real wing.
Chicken. Look at the
That's a chunk of chicken.
Look up there at the video. Watch this. See, there it is, and then there it is really close, Kurt. And there it is far away, and then there it is really close. Nothing.
Pretty good.
Nothing says game time like the hot Cowboys Hot Lemon. Go to wingstop.com to get your flavor delivered right to your door. With Wingstop delivery, you can go big and go home at the same time. Wingstop is the official flavor of the Dallas Cowboys and of this show. And sometimes you can actually go on the app and they'll do specials where you can get it delivered for free. Wow. Their delivery service. Nice. Yeah. So check it out. If you need some wings tomorrow, if you're tired of turkey.
So that was all the points?
That's a lot. That was a lot of points.
Well, you just blended them together.
I just read them all to get them out of the way.
Okay.
Because they're so good to us, I wanted to cover all of them and get them all knocked out. So,
Kurt, you're not enjoying your wings?
Not yet. I don't have a napkin, and I don't. It's all
okay.
Messy.
You didn't come prepared, did you?
No.
Yeah, they're napkin, man.
Prepared, man.
I don't want a brother, but that's your boy over there. He won't even look out for you, your boy. Your boy is eating it.
I separated his food and put his food down for him.
Right. You did all you could do for him.
I can
look, Kurt. Chris got you taken care of. No excuses. Get in there, Kurt.
I can lead him to water. I can't make him drink.
I hear you, bro.
Lots to talk about today.
About what?
A lot to cover about the Giants. Breaking news this morning.
We already did that yesterday.
Oh, what y'all? Then what?
We say these teams are about the same. It's who's got the better Joes, right, Jess?
Yeah.
Who y'all think's got the better Joes? Cowboys?
I know defensively, I think they got the better Joes.
Because of one guy, the sexy guy in the middle.
Yeah, man. Who can do the belly roll like no other dancer, man.
Well, let me ask you this: He's one of the top
Dexter
defensive
Lawrence
tackles
is
in
who
the
we're
league.
talking about, right?
Yeah. Why is their run defense so bad?
Because they're not playing a sound defense, and they line up right. But each guy, especially their two defensive tackles, and I think there's DJ Davis or whatever, they are playing the man. I've seen these guys early in the season jam with one or two hands and separate. It's like the last two games, they've been taking it personal. Like I talked about yesterday, if I can get you locked in on me, I win the battle. And Dexter, especially against Tampa, he spent 40% of his time battling number 62, the center, I think number 66 or 68, the guard. They have the ability. I promise you, they have the ability and they have the linebackers to tackle people. I've seen them come up and make nice open field tackles, they linebackers. But for some reason, teams are gashing them. When you have the ability to stop the run and you don't do it, that tells me you got your own game plan going. And this team their record is 3 and whatever.
I think they're 2-9.
2-9, and their defense is playing. Their offense was never the power of what they was doing. They went out and got Brian Burns, and they got other guys. They went out and fixed their defense where they could play close, tight games. And they still ain't giving up about 22 points a game. They had an explosion last week with Tampa, but if you look at their offense, it's nowhere in the world. You know what? I ain't gonna say that. We if they don't fix us, if this offense can't fix our defense, should leave out of there. These guys shouldn't get over 300 yards. I don't know what Jesse's spot-on thing gonna be today, but these guys should be nowhere near 300 yards. If we can just slow down their run, I don't know though. I looked at the Danny DeVito film. I got the kid name right?
Close enough.
I looked at Mr. DeVito film.
Did you call him man Danny DeVito?
Yeah, Danny DeVito. DeVito. I looked at Mr. DeVito film, and he is an all right quarterback, got good velocity, but this kid got slaughtered. They hit this kid. I mean, Tampa put it on him.
Well, you should go find some other film because he ain't playing.
No, he ain't playing. No. I'm saying the other kid is playing.
Drew Lock.
Yeah.
So
is DeVito out for sure? Or is he questionable?
Sure. I thought they said this morning that he didn't even travel, was not traveling with the team.
Oh.
He was downgraded to doubtful.
Okay.
With the forearm injury, and that Drew Lock, who was originally the backup, has been taking all the first team reps this week because Tommy DeVito has a forearm injury.
Tommy. Not
a little taller than Danny.
Yeah.
Not expected to play.
Danny DeVito got more money though, so I roll with him.
Probably.
Drew Lock is going to have something to prove and be like, okay, you guys skipped over me to do this to organically.
They probably saved his life with that
right?
offensive line.
So he's going to be slinging it, right? What do you? And he's got a little something, right? He's not terrible.
No, and the thing about Drew is, even if he didn't have the slight of, they didn't play me initially when they went away from Daniel Jones, he's always played with this chip on his shoulder. Now I say all that, and we say all that to say like, it's not like he's John Elway, right? Like this is not like this is old school Phil Simms coming in there, but. These are the times where when teams are either desperate, when teams or players are playing with that YOLO mentality, coupled with there's been a couple of the Giants players that have called themselves and their teammates soft after last week's performance. Malik Nabers said it. Dexter Lawrence said it. Offensive linemen have said it. So you say that publicly in the media. You hope that kind of strikes a match underneath the guys that they're particularly talking about. Then you take a guy like Malik Nabers, who publicly called out his coach / offensive coordinator, Brian Daboll. And then you add into the mix of it's a Dallas Cowboys. Mm-hmm. So that in itself creates this.
So if you can't get up for this game,
it creates this.
Up, right?
It creates this unusual atmosphere. And for the Cowboys, same thing. Shout out to our guy Alex Lilly, who finally got a chance to put out sounds at the sideline. He's been sitting back there. He didn't have so much stuff stored up. He just couldn't get it out because the Cowboys hadn't won in almost 2 months. But you hear, when you watch the Sounds of the Sideline, if you haven't, head on over to DallasCowboys.com and look at that. Sounds of the Sideline. It's always interesting after the game. You get to hear what the guys are saying, on the sidelines. And you heard a lot of guys talking with a lot of energy. Guys talking about we about to run off 6 straight and, really believing after this victory that they got over the Washington Commanders that this was a thing that's going to catapult them. Micah Parsons after the game talking about, man, I don't know if the front office talking about a draft pick or what, but I ain't done. I'm trying to ruin it. Whatever they have. They have plans on a better draft pick. Not on my watch. You know what I mean? Basically with that. So again, you take that. You take those guys feeling themselves. You take the energy of what it feels like winning, and you just created this atmosphere for Thanksgiving. And I'm sure Jerry loves it because you'll have the enthusiasm and you'll be able to put on a good performance for those that'll be in attendance and those that'll be watching all across the world. So it's interesting. It's going to be interesting because you have a lot of unusual things that you can kind of keep an eye on, grasp and kind of watch throughout this game.
It'll be a fun game to watch from a fan perspective. One, because of obviously the tradition, right? But there's a lot of really, on both sides, cool storylines and like young players. And like you said, Jesse, it's a very weird, environment on both sides of the ball. You're in a place for the Cowboys you've never been. You're playing one of the Albertsons pharmacies are coming to town. There's about 3 or 4 in the league, and you're one of them.
You're one of them.
Right.
Yeah.
And that hasn't happened in a long time where, and you got, guess what? There's probably 3 in the league, and all 3 of them play each other this year. So it's kind of like, if you don't win this game, you get some momentum if you win this game. Like there's some, like you said, you get some of the guys believing, and Cooper Rush has got some confidence, which he's played pretty good the last game. Looks like he got his feet back on him. You get some guys healthy, you get them to believe in, and you squeak out a couple of games that are close. You're going on a run in December, and I know it ain't going to happen, but never say never in the NFL because teams have won 6-7 in a row and squeaked into the playoffs and won games in the playoffs. So it's not as 2 weeks ago. This was just like who cares game, right? Giants are coming to town, whatever. But now you got this really cool thing going on with both teams, and their teams calling each other out and coaching. And Drew Lock's got some swagger. Like he's fun to watch. He's a little cocky little guy, and if he's not on your team, it's you want to knock him out. And,
for sure.
I mean, it's turned into it's going to be a fun, entertaining game as to where I think 2 or 3 weeks ago it was just like, who cares, right? Which the NFL is great at that, and the Cowboys are always entertaining to watch. So it'll be. Are you excited to watch this game, Kurt?
Yeah, it should be fun. Like you said, just all those reasons you had. They've got a little energy going. Giants heading the wrong direction. If they don't win this one, there's,
But you always know the Giants, and they may not win another game this season.
Yeah.
But they want to win this.
But they want to win this one, right? They want to, whatever plans that the Cowboys think they may have, the Giants are like, we gonna ruin it. Whatever y'all think y'all about to, whatever it is, we want to ruin it.
I was thinking about this the other day because we talked a couple weeks ago about how everybody gets up for the Cowboys, right? No matter how bad they are, like this is fun for the rest of the league. They get to beat them while they're down and kick them. Are the Cowboys, even when they're not good, is it impossible for them to be a trap game? Because even when they're bad, no teams take them lightly because they want to beat them on the national stage and they want to embarrass them. So they're going to prepare like they do when they're playing. Normally when a team's bad, then you win a couple of games you're not supposed to win because of the trap game mentality, right?
They still look at the film. Players are players. What they say publicly always don't match what they feel. But they look at that film, the Giants and everybody else saying, oh, yeah, they ain't that good. Now, you come out publicly, you hate them. You naturally hate them. It's just what you do. Like dogs and cats just don't normally get along. And they hate them, but they still looking at that film. Like Dexter Lawrence, I promise you, he ain't panicking. He looking in, so we can get him. We can get in his head because he you can trap him. You can trap him in DJ. You can trap him in the other in these guys and Kayvon Thibodeau, because they looking at them tackles like, oh my God, we coming to feast. But these guys give a gallant effort, and the ball, that thing about that football, it can bounce a funny way, and it can give you, and it can help you keep that momentum. So, Jesse, the way you tan into the wings, man, it's a different.
Keep talking.
We're going to take a break. We're going to all get back in this wings. We're going to give Jason a
I'm about
break.
to ask him for some of his wings. I was talking. I'm like,
Hey, don't stop what you doing.
We're going to eat.
stop what
We're
you
going to
do.
eat. We'll be right
hey,
back.
let's go to a break where I can get one of his boy wings. Jesus.
On Hanging with
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy classic wings, sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at wingstop.com.
This is Nate Newton from Hanging with the Boys, and Wingstop is here to bring the flavor to game day as the official wings of the Dallas Cowboys. Order now by downloading the Wingstop app or ordering online at wingstop.com.
Hey, Cowboys fans, a 2024 football season is here, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Cowboys football games or to any other live event, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
Hey Cowboy fans, I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. But lately, I've been learning a new game, crypto. Sound confusing? Don't worry, even us pros were rookies in crypto once. That's why I trust blockchain.com. They make crypto easy. No confusing jargon, just the tools to help you win.
Prescott keeps it, slides with a first down.
Invest like your icons, where everyone is a rookie in crypto with blockchain.com.
Perfect throw, my goodness. Wow, did he ever thread the needle?
Visit blockchain.com/cowboys to get started.
We got big personalities. We got big hair, big belt buckles. We got fans all across this big state and enemies in every other one. We even got a big star on the 50-yard line. Smirnoff knows football is a we thing, an experience that is best enjoyed together. With good drinks and good folks home or away, we rally together. We cry together, and we always rally cry together because, most of all, we got big love for them boys. Smirnoff, we do game days. Please drink responsibly.
Welcome back to the second segment of Hanging with the Boys, brought to you each and every day by blockchain.com. Thank you, blockchain.com. Kurt!
Yes.
Swing by
Ready to
your
swing.
local your local 7-Eleven and grab your favorite item from the Roller Grill. I went by there yesterday.
Lizzie.
Actually saw a 7-Eleven cranking out the Roller Grill at 6:30 in the morning at the airport. They had that baby fired up with those taquitos and glizzies on that thing. Nice. Enjoy a big gulp for just 89 cents, valid at participating stores. Fill up and get ready for game day.
Oh, big gulps, huh?
Which is tomorrow. So, sure 7-Eleven will be open with the game day glizzies if you run out of food. Go get them. All right, speaking of Dexter Lawrence, you know how Kurt likes PFF. PFF has him ranked second overall. Is that defensive lineman, Kurt? Yep.
And the thing about it,
you can get him with the rush, right? Is what
no,
you were saying?
you can antagonize him. You can talk to him. You know, what's our guy, the number 67? Hoffman. Like Hoffman love to shove you, love to, and he can't stand that.
They say he talks
He
about
cannot stand that. And you get after him and go to talking to him.
Who was the talkers on y'all's
Kevin
team?
Gogan.
Really?
Kevin Gogan. Now, Big E was a talker, but to the guy he was on, you know, Kevin just anybody. Kevin was gonna son of you and Emma you and you know and your mama won this and anything he could do he gonna poke you You know, you on the ground, you trying to get up here, knee you. You know what I'm saying? You trying to get up like you about to fall, he just knee you.
Do you see a little nastiness in these young guys they put in? Because T.J. Bass looks like he's got a little bit of can have some nasty
They have
in
to.
him.
They don't have, like you talked about, who was talking about having a little bit less talent? That was you?
That was yesterday.
We were talking about a little bit less talent.
I wasn't here yesterday.
Yeah, you weren't here. Yeah, that was Jess. I'm sorry. Sitting in that chair, I don't care what color you are.
Don't
I don't
give
care
my
what color
credit
you're
away.
sitting in that chair.
Don't give my credit away. Give me all that. I need that. That was a good point by me.
The only difference, let me go here real quickly. You can remind me what I was talking about. The only difference between you and Jess when y'all sit in that chair, none at all. Hey, now what was I talking about?
The nastiness of the offensive line.
I'm gonna tell you
these young
something.
guys.
Who was it for y'all, man? Because Kevin Gogan, Big E was it for us. I mean, these guys.
Yeah, who
was it for your team?
Who were trash talkers here and
For the offensive line?
Just anywhere in general.
For here, it was Colombo.
Really?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, Colombo, big nasty.
Yeah.
Leonard Davis didn't say much, but was nasty. You know what I'm saying? Like Andre Garrard was here for a little bit. Didn't say much, but was get at you. But it was Colombo, and then you'll have Kozar. Those two were kind of Colombo though. Like he was
really.
Yeah.
There's
like
a good quote from Hoffman today. He's like, "For me, I just want to break them down mentally. I feel like I keep talking to them. I'm in their ear every play in and play out. They're going to fold."
That's funny that offensive linemen talk trash because they don't say anything in the locker room, right?
Right.
They're the quiet group, and then to hear that they actually talk trash on the field, that's funny.
Yeah, that was Colombo. Like, remember a couple years he was working for the Giants, and they said he punched who was it? His head coach?
Something like that.
Who was that?
Yeah.
Who was that?
Judge.
Right?
Right?
He punched Joe Judge, and I started dying laughing. I'm like,
Sound about right.
Still got it. Sound about like Colombo. You know what I mean? Like, so he was the guy for us on the offensive line. Defensively, we had Jay Ratliff didn't talk much.
He might be the scariest human I've ever been around.
He didn't talk much, but Jason Hatcher talked all the time.
He still talks.
All the time. Bo, he talked.
Did Marcus talk?
Spears didn't talk that much. He might say a little something here and there, but he wasn't a consistent talker. And then D. Ware didn't say much. And if you know anything about Anthony Spencer, you couldn't get a word out of Anthony Spencer in a year.
Yeah.
You wasn't getting nothing. The best thing Anthony Spencer would get, he'd be like, That's it.
Most I heard him ever speak, we did a social media video on Twitter. It was the Mean Tweets video. And they were like, you had to read tweets about yourself. And he actually read it, which we couldn't believe. And he was like, yeah, the defense against whoever was really bad, like Ryan Reynolds and Green Lantern bad. And he goes, about right. That's the most I heard him say in like 4 years.
Anthony Spencer didn't say a word. A word.
Who was the big talkers on defense for y'all?
Charles Haley. That was about it. Ken Norton. But
really? Norton?
Yeah, Norton was talk. Yeah, Norton would talk, especially during the game. Now, but
did Mike talk a lot?
Only when needed to.
Really?
Mike was very calculating. He'll tell you, just to tell you, Mike very calculating. When he say something, especially during the game, it's gonna have some meaning. He just ain't like Kevin Gogan. 1 minute he'll be cussing you out, and then the next minute, man, you all right? Like he really concerned about you. So Kevin would just throw you off. Big E was about destroying you, just breaking you to. Big E was just about destroying you. So
Deion talk much?
Nah, to the receiver.
Yeah.
If he was talking to a guy, hey, how you doing, Jerry? And especially if he'll bat down the ball, hey, it's all right. I'm setting your quarterback up, stuff like that. Almost got that one, even though he was clearly beat, right? Deion be like, I'm telling you, I almost got there. And he'll look at the quarterback like, Deion, he got you there. He beat you. But 2 or 3 plays later, he'll bat it down. So you didn't know if Deion was, man, playing with him was a joy. When you play with, I've never played with a better, complete, thinking athlete. Maybe Mike Irvin, but he didn't have the athletic ability. Just a guy that had it all. Deion had it all. And I didn't know how smart he was he was at the 49ers, and just a slight change of how Kevin Williams set his feet. Normally, the receiver on the left side will put that right foot on the right side, set that right foot back. Am I correct?
Mm-hmm.
Normally. Well, he set his left foot back, and because it was a reverse. And he slightly kind of kept him even, but just a little bit back, and Deion almost took the handoff from him. He said, "Well, I said, what did you see, Deion? His feet. He I'm like, okay, what route can he run from this? Oh, this is a reverse. I know this is a reverse.
Wow.
And he almost took the handoff, changed it, and kind of changed the game around. Deion, he was smart.
How many little nuances are there that go on like that during every game?
So much.
And no one's going to talk about it because then you're going to know what they're keying off of, right? But is that happening like almost every play you see something?
Game.
Really?
So talking about something like that, one of the Cowboys coaches, Al Harris, my first year in the league I was in Cincinnati. And so, Chad Johnson has the utmost respect for Al Harris, talks about him glowingly every single time. And after a game, because Chad came in the next day and was watching it on film and didn't even realize he was doing it. And Al Harris told him, Chad, I know when it's a run and I know when it's a pass. He goes, not only do I know when it's a pass, I know when you probably got the option of getting the ball. Oh, no, you don't. Da, da, da. He said, okay. And he let him go through the game. At the end of the game, he said, here's how I know. He said, when it's a run, you break the huddle, you never touch your gloves.
If he's doing this,
he said when it's a pass, he said you'll tighten your gloves up. He said when it's a pass to you, you'll tighten them up and then you'll play with the strap to tighten the wrist strap up.
He needs to play poker.
And so we went back and watched the film. Sure enough, Chad breaks the huddle. It's not a run play.
Wow.
Chad goes out there, never touches his gloves. It's a pass play. You see him kind of just fiddling around with his gloves. Ball coming to him, fiddle around.
Make sure they're
tighten up the strap.
I'm surprised you told him.
Yeah.
Lose that edge,
Yeah, I guess Al Harris was like...
Al Harris was the most quiet, dominant, under... See, when you're in Green... It's something to being in Green Bay that people just don't give you yours. But Green Bay always is in the mix. And because of players like I'm going to tell you, I can't give you the tell, but I remember we was in practice with Deion's son about 4 years ago, just before he even got to, he was getting ready to go to Jackson State. And Deion said, son, stop that. I ain't going to tell y'all what it was because it was the same thing. I could tell when you finna pass. I'm about to tell you who you finna pass to. He said, stop doing this certain thing. And I don't know if his son stopped doing it. That's why I ain't going to say what. But I'm like, Deion, how did you notice that? He said, first of all, that's my kid.
Yeah.
And I don't want him to get, I don't want nobody to be up on him. Second of all, that's just what I do, Nate. He said, that's what I do. I look at everybody. I'll look at you and tell you certain things. If I look at you long enough and your ways of what, some people just got that knack. Because I heard him and Ray Lewis at Deion's house when he lived in Frisco, just sit down and just go to tell him, hey, when this guy do this and when this guy, this when he was playing slot for the Ray, when this guy do this, and they just was talking just like we were talking. And I'm like, hey, I ain't gonna start up and watch 8,000 hours of film and still can't tell.
I remember a few years ago, one of the teams coming in to play us was talking about our defensive line was given away.
Yeah.
The interior guys were like,
Yeah.
I don't know, they never said how they set up or whatever, but I could maybe see it a little bit with the feet and all that, but once you get inside, I guess they're lining up differently too with their feet and hands and all that.
It's funny. You could tell. I mean, we were talking about this last year when we were playing the Boombox Boys. Trent, you know when it's going to be a pass and a run on Trent Williams.
Yes.
You know when it's going to be now. He's just so damn good.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, right? Like hey, it's about to be a run, and if he get his hands on you, good luck. You know what I'm saying? Good luck.
Man.
But there's a lot of if you study enough, and like I said, if you are, because this game we nonchalantly talk about it when you say attention to details.
Yes.
Like we just say it. Like we say it as it's just but those who are great, like the elite ones. I was just listening to a thing with Bill Belichick and some other guys, Carl Banks, talking about Lawrence Taylor.
Yes.
And it was said earlier, man, they said Lawrence come in there, go underneath the table in the meeting room and fall asleep. They said his coach got so mad. He finally woke him up and said, man, we trying to put in the rush packet, He said, all right, man. He said, Lawrence Taylor sat there, he watched 2 plays. He said, hold on, coach. He said, coach stopped the film. He walked up on the chalkboard. He said, watching 2 plays. This is from Carl Banks. Said Lawrence Taylor watched 2 plays of the team that we was getting ready to play. Went up to the board and wrote our entire blitz package on the board. Coach looked and said, damn.
Yeah.
He said LT went back underneath the and went back to sleep. And he said we ran that blitz package to a T in the game, and he dominated.
Wow.
It's just some guys. It's just that's when Deion says there's certain dudes who belong in a different wing.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's good, there's great, there's elite, there's Hall of Fame, and then there's the elite Hall of Famers.
Yes.
It's what Deion is talking about. It's those little things that separate you. And I'm telling you, when you talk about good on good, you need those telltale signs. You need those. I got that 1% edge over you, and it may not show its face for 70 plays. But on that 71st play, it may be the determining thing that makes or break what you do. And the good ones know how to seek and find
and they ain't going to miss. See, the thing about it is, I may miss, but they ain't going to miss. If they need to catch that ball, they ain't dropping it. You just got to get it to them. Or if you throw that ball and they got a chance to pick it off and take it to the house, they ain't going to miss. They ain't going to miss.
Well, I ain't going to miss the opportunity to eat. So let's take another break. And when we come back, we'll finish out the show. Today we're doing picks, right?
Yeah, I didn't list that. We got to do predictions.
Got to do some picks. Chris, tell Jazz and Josh. It's the day before the game, in the last segment, we always do picks, so please have them ready.
Gotcha.
All right. And we need some input from the little ones, too. When we come back on Hanging with the Boys.
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy classic wings, sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at wingstop.com.
This is Nate Newton from Hanging with the Boys, and Wingstop is here to bring the flavor to game day as the official wings of the Dallas Cowboys. Order now by downloading the Wingstop app or ordering online at wingstop.com.
Hey, Cowboy fans, I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. But lately, I've been learning a new game, crypto. Sound confusing? Don't worry, even us pros were rookies in crypto once. That's why I trust blockchain.com. They make crypto easy. No confusing jargon, just the tools to help you win.
Prescott keeps it, slides with a first down.
Invest like your icons, where everyone is a rookie in crypto with blockchain.com.
Perfect throw, my goodness. Wow, did he ever thread the needle.
Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys to get started.
Fall is here, and that means football is back, bringing all the delicious game day foods with it. As you prep for all the big games, tailgates, and watch parties, let Yo Quiero be your one-stop destination for all things home gating. Yo Quiero's fresh, flavorful, ready-to-serve guacamole, made with real Hass avocados, will score taste bud touchdowns as you cheer on the Cowboys. Yo Quiero's wide range of mouthwatering and versatile products can be found in your local grocery store's produce or deli section. Grab some today.
Hey, Cowboys fans, a 2024 football season is here, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Cowboys football games or to any other live event, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome to the final segment of Hanging with the Boys, brought to you each and every day by Jigsaw, the proud dating partner of the Dallas Cowboys. So, Malik Nabers, is he the only guy they have we need to be worried about?
No.
Who we got? Who else we got?
They're running back.
Tracy?
Yep.
Both of them. They're both healthy.
They've been going with Tracy a lot more than they have
Devin Singletary.
Singletary.
Yeah, but they nice, man.
But Tracy is a guy, and this will be a part when we do our picks.
Your stat?
My stat.
We've been there messing around. We ain't got much time.
Topped 150 yards rushing in the last 3 games.
Yeah. Like Tracy is a guy, but he's not a part of my But
no.
There's also the last time that Malik Nabers had 100 yards receiving.
Us.
Against the Cowboys. He had 15 targets. He had 12 catches for 115 yards that game, and then he ended up leaving that game with a concussion. Remember, he tried to catch the ball on the sideline. That was. They were trying to drive to win the game, or
yes,
to tie it. Yes, and he knocked himself out. He knocked himself out.
Stiff leg.
He knocked himself out on the sideline. So
how hard is that?
I don't know.
To run side, y'all got to make y'all legs go dead so the rest of y'all body.
If you're a hands catcher,
right?
Key.
Right.
If you're a hands catcher, it's a lot easier than if you're not.
Okay.
If you're a body catcher or you don't really trust your hands, then because if I'm confident in my hands and being able to catch the ball, then my focus now is just my feet. Because I know I'm gonna catch it. But if you ain't sure if you're doing this and you trying to jump, I got this. Boom. Feet down. You know what I mean? Because this helps you elongate and make your body. But when you have to go here, this takes your feet up off the ground.
Right.
Reaching out and grabbing it with your hands on either direction, your feet automatically, it just stretches you out. So it's just really dependent upon what type of catcher you are. If you're a hands catcher, then it's a lot easier. If you're a body catcher,
are you supposed to catch it? You're supposed to catch it with your hands, right?
Yes.
Or
that's what they're there for.
So looking at Shannon, what would you imagine him being?
Hands catcher or body catcher? Yeah. You catch these hands.
That doesn't even look realistic. You catch these hands.
Look like an angry leprechaun.
Yeah. These hands.
Catch these hands.
Like these hands. Call 911. There we go.
What percentage of receivers in the league do you think are body catchers?
Far too many. Far too many.
If you have one on your team, that's far too many. Yeah.
Far too many. Not only that, far too many now, and you see it all the time. Chris, you're at some little league football games with your son. All these kids want to catch with one hand. Yeah. Everybody want to catch with one hand. I'm like, son, you can't catch. Like, stop. Like, leave the Everyone want to catch with one hand. Everybody want to shoot 40-foot 3-pointers like Steph Curry. It's so bad. And then when you have to have the ball actually be caught, can't do it.
How much of that is
can't do it?
One-handed catches. How much is that? Just the technology of the glove.
A lot of it. A lot of it.
Did you catch with gloves?
Yeah.
If you've never caught with gloves, go buy you a pair just at Walmart and do it. It's a world. It's night and day.
The grip when I first came into the league to where it is now, it is night and day. Like, who was it that
even the technology in the gloves is different?
Who
right?
was it? Was it Bolitnikov that had to stick them?
Yeah.
Who was that?
Yeah.
They put Bolitnikov to shame with the way these gloves are now, and the way that it matches with the football. It is. I mean, it is crazy. It's crazy.
A lot of folks walking through. A lot of the ladies have the cowboy hats on. I guess they're getting ready for Lainey Wilson, the halftime entertainment tomorrow.
Oh, she's a cowboy in bell bottoms, right?
Yeah, cowboy in bell bottoms.
Louisiana girl. There,
yeah, like 30 minutes from my hometown.
Oh,
so.
okay.
So that
you know, I
she's
like
not
when a
good at
brother
math
pass by, try to stare. Yes, I like when a brother walk by you and try to stare you down. You know,
Nate, he stared you past the
I'm
window.
finna go.
He's
I
still
gotta go
staring
check
through the
this.
wall. Go get him. Go get him.
Check this.
All right, that man, jump on you out there if you want to. Because
I promise you, y'all see this now.
Because he think you look at his old lady.
Y'all better watch out. Nate Newton's coming
not
out.
me.
Oh, here he goes.
Not
Hang on.
me. That man jump on you because you think he look at his old lady. You on your own.
I tell you what, if Nate walked up on you dressed like he's dressed, would you think ever in your wildest dreams that he was a 6-time Pro Bowler, 3-time Super Bowl champ, and still, if he got his hands on you, he could do some damage?
I would stare down at those legs, those Nate's calves. No, seriously.
His arms are.
Nate's calves are the size of some people's.
Try to step me down.
Oh, his head right there. Hey, look, you better. Hey, you look at his old lady. He might take you out. He might take you out.
Good. How's it going, man?
Jesse, Kurt, and that's Shannon.
Oh, good.
How you doing, man?
Yeah.
Great.
I'm from New Jersey, but
Hey,
Eagles and the Giants.
Jersey guy.
There you go.
But yeah, if you look at Nate's calves, they the size of some people's thighs, and he got thighs and he got butt. You know what I'm saying? And then, but no, Nate walked up on me. I look at his legs, I look at his hands, and I'm like, man.
Yes, sir.
I'm like,
I'm a non-violent
I'm
dude.
like, man, how can we diffuse this situation? You know, and that's my first thought. How can we diffuse it?
Yeah.
And if not, I'm like, man, I got to get him first. I got to get him first because if you get them grips on me, it's a wrap.
Kurt,
I'm a biter.
Yeah.
you're a biter?
Yeah. If I can get you close to me, I'm going to get your chest.
Really?
I'm going to eat you alive.
Wow, Mike
I'm
Tyson.
going to eat you alive.
Wow.
I want you to think I'm crazy because I ain't going to have a lot of wind.
You know what?
You know what I'm saying?
You know what? That's the best way to do it. If you two things, we don't condone violence on this show.
Nope.
Yeah.
But we understand it.
We understand it. And if you ever get in a bad situation and you're small, I'll say it, small like me, and someone is threatening your existence that's much larger than you, you got two real good options. One, make them think you are absolutely bat-esque crazy.
Right.
And two,
Bite.
get them first.
You got to get them
You
first.
got to surprise them.
Yeah.
You got to let them know. Don't let them know it's coming. But so yeah, Kurt.
Did you guys ever any kind of pick fights with you because you're NFL guys or whatever?
Nah, man, but people used to say that. I don't. Boy, that used to make me mad. Right there, the way a little guy like you can get me is in front of my family. Because now you're gonna challenge me in front of my family. And I'm like, you stuck. You know, you stuck because you want to get them because they talk. You know what I'm saying? But you stuck. Oh, that's a terrible feeling right there.
I got one dude in Phoenix.
Yeah.
I got one dude in Phoenix. He just wouldn't let up. He just wouldn't let up, man. We was out just trying to have a good time, man. And we were training, and I was living in Phoenix, training in the off season, and we went out in Scottsdale, man. And this dude just wouldn't let up. Oh, you think you did it? Nah, brother. We just trying to have a good time. Right. Well, I can stay right here. I'm like, man, you know, this our section, brother. Like this.
Yeah,
but
do
you
your thing.
like this.
Yeah.
You know, you stumbling in here, and he just wouldn't let up. So we end up leaving. He come outside. He wouldn't let up. He wouldn't let up. And he went to grab me from the
Right.
one of them right there.
Wow. It was over.
Hey, you can see it right there. that was where his tooth was at. That where the tooth was at right there.
Wow.
Got him.
Kurt, anything you want to talk about before we go to picks?
No, let's do the picks.
You had a lot of good stuff. We covered a
Jesse,
little bit
look
of
at
it.
that.
Here's some good stuff.
Kind of sometimes kind of
Yeah.
Well, Kurt,
Yeah.
you've been picking against them.
No, I'm back.
Who you got? You back on the bandwagon?
Yeah.
What you got?
They're beating them. Well, Danny McCray said they got to win by 14, so I'm taking them. Cowboys 28-14.
He said they got to win.
He said they will win them.
Really? So you got Cowboys 28-14. Yeah. Nate, how many?
Oh, man. I think our Joe's better than them overall. Man. They coming here, right? Yeah.
Yes.
I'm trying to figure out a way to win, Jess. Bear with me. Man, we got these dudes, man.
Say, you're worried about them winning?
Yeah. We got them 14. We got them 21-14.
Oh, he actually gave a score this time.
Wow. If he hits this dead on,
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm done. Chris, what you got?
I'm going to go Cowboys 25.
Okay.
New York 24.
Ooh. Wow. What's Josh and Jazz?
Josh, what you got?
Cowboys 27-17.
27-17.
All right.
Jazzy.
Cowboys 33-6.
33-6 from Jazz. Logan, who you got?
I got 42 to 10.
42 to 10. All right.
Preston, what you got? 33-15.
That's an interesting score. I like that.
By the way, the Cowboys are on a 7-game winning streak against the Giants.
Are they? Yep. And they're only 3.5-point favorites.
Check this out. In the last 15 games, the Cowboys against the Giants, the Cowboys have won 14 of them.
Wow.
Believe it or not.
All right, I'm going to go Cowboys 27, Giants 24. And Jesse, your score and your stat
Prediction.
to watch.
You ain't went wrong but one time.
Look at you guys, man. You know, this is
you going Giants.
This is how
going
Jerry gets y'all.
Back on
This
the
is how
bandwagon,
this is how Jerry gets y'all.
Oh, yeah, I'm in.
This
I'm
is
in.
how Jerry
I'm
gets
in.
y'all each and every time.
Man.
Yeah, you know, Chris, you're absolutely right. The Cowboys have a 7-game winning streak, won 14 out of the last 15, but they're 0-5 at home. They can't figure out at home. The inconsistencies with Michael from Pittsburgh and his offense. One game he calls it well. One game he doesn't call it well. One game he actually let Rico run the ball. The next game he takes the ball out of Rico's hands. And everybody's riding high.
They're breaking one of those streaks, Jesse. Which one's it going to be?
Everyone's riding high. I think the Cowboys are going to lose this football.
Oh, no. What do you got?
I got 19-15.
What? 19 to 15.
19-15.
So you mean their defense going to show up?
Who? The Giants?
Yes.
Yeah. I think I think Dexter Lawrence, when
They
those
got the ability to.
There is something about when dudes start calling people out, whatever reason, sometimes the focus hones in. It just hones in a little bit. When you start because calling somebody soft, that's talking to my manhood. That's talking to a different person. That's going beyond the athlete. That's going to who I am as a person. Soft that's different. And then Malik Nabers with the calling people out and 15 targets he got last time against the Cowboys. I think that's going to be another type of performance for him, at least the targets wise. And yeah, man, it's Thanksgiving. The Cowboys haven't figured out how to win at home, and I just think that this kind of just continues to put the wind out of the sails for the Cowboys. I hope that I'm wrong, because now if they win 2 in a row, then I'll get back on.
Okay,
I'll get back on the winning side of things.
That's okay.
The one thing
that the Cowboys have to worry about now. I don't want to sound contradictory, but I know they're going to be focused on Malik Nabers. But don't forget about Wendell Robinson. He's the receiver on the other side. Now, Malik Nabers primarily plays on the outside. Right? He's not a guy who they're playing a lot in the slot and moving around a bunch of stuff like that. Wendell is the guy that they move around and shifty and stuff like that and have him all over the place. And if you're taking Diggs, I don't know if Diggs are going to play this particular game. If you're going to take, excuse me, Deron Bland and maybe kind of shadow Malik Nabers with that, and now you're talking about maybe Jordan Lewis or maybe Josh Butler having to play Wendell Robinson with him moving all around. And I do believe Drew Lock may have 3 interceptions, but he's going to keep firing that thing down the field. He's not going to stop letting that thing fly. If Wendell Robinson he has 75 yards or more and a touchdown, the Cowboys lose this game.
Wow.
That's how the Cowboys lose this game.
71 last time.
There you go. There's your
Wendell
picks
Robinson.
and your stat to watch for the week, guys.
I love standing by myself sometimes. Monica pushed me out by herself. I was the only one in there. No, it wasn't 2 of us in there. I came out of Monica by myself.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Monica is?
That's my mother.
Oh, that's my mother. Geez, you scared me.
You confused all of us. You're like, wait.
I thought we were talking about the president.
Hey, Monica Lewinsky. Hey.
I'm like, whoa.
No.
You on that level?
No, well,
It's going to be weird.
shout out to my brother. Hey, big bro. I want to go to the White House. I know you got relationships in the White House now.
No show till Monday, right?
Right.
That's correct. No show till Monday.
We'll give you our predict follow-up and our Victory Monday instead of Friday.
Jess.
Correct. You guys have a great Thanksgiving. By the way, what are y'all doing Thanksgiving?
Working. Duh.
Working.
Duh.
What are you doing?
Working.
Duh.
Well,
Now, what are you doing?
This is the Cowboys.
Eating a lot of turkey. Y'all enjoy your Thanksgiving. Chris, thanks for keeping us on the air. Josh,
Chris, we
Josh,
still number 1?
and company. Presley, Logan, thanks for keeping your dad company. And we will be back.
Hey, Derek Eagleton eating our wings.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he got in on that.
Yeah,
There's a couple of things he'll get in on.
Yeah.
Is Omar Epps appearances.
Yeah, yes, he will.
And free food.
That's right.
And I don't
especially
Wingstop. I don't blame him for either one. So, thanks, guys. Have a good holiday. We will see you Monday. Victory Monday.
Logan, take us out.
Take us out, Logan.
Hold on, you gotta get him over here.
Oh, man. Try one more time. Great. Go again.
We out.
There we go.
Yeah.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!